Hello ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host AirsoftAL, and this is not a full studio update. Still getting a lot of things kind of worked out. What you see behind me is actually the going to be part of the media stuff for when I'm doing media reviews or anything like that, and it's going to be part of the new intro as well. So, intro is going to be worked on for the 2025 intro, but understand we're still moving a lot of stuff around. We're still trying to get a lot of stuff set up. The gun wall, which I talked about, which is the pegboard, we're actually going to be doing a lot of stuff with it. We're still trying to get stuff moved around. We're still trying to figure out how we want to do that. And obviously the workbench, you're wondering what's over here and why I'm not like over on this side, because there's a workbench right here, at least some drawers. Basically it's going to be acting as workbench to work on the guns and stuff. Do some future takedown videos, you know, mod guides, things like that. So it's just one of those things. I'm rambling. I really am. So yeah. That's, of course, the corner of this room, which has now been done. The only corner of this room that's now been done. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to present to you Lieutenant Dan. Now, you're probably wondering why Lieutenant Dan. Well, originally we wanted to go with Armless, Legless, Headless Bob, but that didn't do well in focus groups. So I'm going to let you be my focus group. What do you want our dummy here to be called? Do you want to be Lieutenant Dan, or just Dan, or would you like to be Headless, Legless, Armless Bob? Let me know in the comments section. But what our friend here is wearing is actually going to be the loadout I'm going to be rocking at Operation Blackburn 2 on January 11th, 2025. It is a lovely airsoft event. It is going to be a great airsoft event. A lot of people, and obviously the official color I'm going to be rocking, the team I'm going, is tan. In the Sector 9 Discord, there is already a heated debate going on between the tans and greens. I am simply the underrated, underappreciated, but always loved support class, or gunner class, or basically that guy who literally runs around basically giving out ammo like it's freaking candy on Halloween, or the 50% off after holiday sale at Walmart, Wally World. Basically your big box store of choice when it comes to a copious amount of thunder. Either way though. So, what it's rocking here is actually a Condor chest rig, which was actually recommended to me by my friend Wolfman. And yeah, he basically recommended this chest rig. I was a little hesitant at first because I wanted to do the full Condor thing where it had the integrated hydro pack and everything else, but he did present a good argument and a good price tag for it, because the other one would have eaten through the budget that I had acquired. Saved up through donations. Moving on. So basically the way I've got this set up is basically your standard support guy, your ammo runner. Basically that dude who's not going to be moving around much, but he's going to have all the ammo in the world. Going to have all the ammos, basically. And that's essentially what I've set it up to be. I've got two, of course, on the chest pouch here, which actually does have a little admin pouch, which is currently cross-guarded with the straps that it does have. Two 20-round magazine pouches with 4 20-round magazines. Inside, of course, here, which I will lower you down a little bit so you may see the full chest rig here. On the sides here, on the actual main, basically the waistband area, I've got, well, I've got a little utility pouch here behind this magazine pouch that's holding a couple of magazines. This will be used for utilities, I promise. I've got two more magazines here, 2 more magazines here, 2 more magazines here, singles here. And then, of course, on the other side here, if I can move our friend here without grabbing him in the crotch, because a man does not grab another man in the crotch, I've got a couple of more ammo pouch. I've got a couple more mags here. Once again, single, 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 double, double, double. Well, double technically. This is a single, but I added a extra little quick thing here, so it's double, double, double. And of course, in the back, what you can see is my Baofeng radio, which I will be using along with the dump pouch, if you can probably see that, hopefully. Let's go ahead and get you guys zoomed back out, and we'll talk about the radio communications and these things that you probably see up here. Now, of course, for communications, I got my Baofeng, and the mic I'm using is the Baofeng military mic, because the other Baofeng mics have been giving me issues. This one has not really given me a lot of issues, so that's a hopeful. I've got, of course, a hydro pouch right here. This is actually brand new. It does go to the back, which is actually where a lot of the magic is going to happen. Let me turn my man around here. Just turn him around. If I can get him to where I'm not going to have to hold him that much. Anyway, I might have to hold him just a little bit because he is a little front heavy at the moment. Basically, this is a almost 3-liter water pouch that's in here. I do have, of course, the radio mic that's going to be going through this strap here, and it's going to go feed through the molly and into the radio. Now the radio pouch itself here, I have an extra antenna in case the little stubby antenna is not enough. So, I can just quickly unscrew that antenna and screw on a new antenna, which I do have the stubby radio here actually set up. And it's set up on the new mic pouch. There is something, I don't know what's rattling around in there, it's probably nothing, but the radio still works.
Frequency mode.
Radio still works, so it's probably nothing to be, might be just dust or something got up in there, or maybe a little rock. Basically, I have this set up kind of like a little retro build, basically, in terms of radio, because I've watched I remember one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, Die Hard, and I remember the little radio the guys had, and I kind of wanted to try and replicate that with a Baofeng, because, well, I've got a Baofeng here, and I wanted to kind of replicate that. But, either way, though, I am using, of course, a Condor radio pouch for the radio, and it actually does work out fairly well. I do like this. We've got a dump pouch here of miscellaneous design, and as you can see here, the utility pouch, which, again, will not just be holding extra magazines, but also be used for utility purposes. Let me go and swivel him around, and I'll show you what else I'm taking to the event in terms of gear, and, tell you about everything else about the event. Now, because this is going to be in January, especially here in West Tennessee, I'm not taking any chances in my hands, which is why I'm bringing 2 pairs of gloves. Those 2 pairs of gloves, of course, are these. I've got, of course, now some Milsurp wool gloves, for those of you who've actually had to rock these in the past. Let me know in the comment section down below. Either you love them or you hate them. And then, of course, I got these little bad boys here. You know them. You love them. They work fairly well. I've been rocking them since I got them. I absolutely do love them. They're Nomex, and I just enjoy them. They actually do keep my hands warm. They kept my hands warm during a one-night game when it got really cold, and it legitimately does work out fairly well. That's what I'm going to use for my hands to keep them warm. I have heard, of course, with the wool gloves to go ahead and just kind of make them fingerless at the tips. Mostly just cut off the tips of the fingers. Let me know in the comment section down below if that's actually a smart thing I should do, or if that's not a smart thing I should do, because I am a cold-natured person, so I may run them full-fingered, not try to modify them whatsoever, but let me know in the comment section down below any tips and tricks when it comes to the wool glove, the venerable wool glove that has been tried and true since its inception. Now, moving on, of course, to the headgear. The helmet setup is going to be completely different. I'm using, of course, my Milsurp M88 right here, which has a new strap system in it. Now, this is not the helmet cover I'm going to be rocking at the event. I'm actually going to be rocking a tan helmet cover once that comes in. And, of course, the way I have it set up is I'm basically going to have it, pack of cigarettes there with, of course, the lucky one right there. I know many people are going to say, why are you bringing cigarettes to an event? You shouldn't be promoting that sort of stuff. Well, I'm not. I will fully admit, I do vape, but I don't actually smoke. I'm just bringing these full pack wise, or at least, might not be a full pack, considering how many friends I know do smoke, and they probably will ask me for one. I'll just hand that to them and actually take out my actual thing of matches and hand it to them and be like, here, have a leg. Here, have a smoke. So, I personally don't smoke cigarettes. I just have it on there for the artistic and the LARPing and just my own interpretations of a combat helmet, basically. On the other side, of course, there will be this lovely pin here, which, of course, I got from Comic-Con, and, of course, it is yeet or be yeeted. And, it's not leveled, so I'm probably going to level that out. But the helmet cover itself will not be the tried and true M81. It will be a khaki tan type color that I actually am getting from my buddy Wolfman, which is actually going to be kind of fun, honestly. And legitimately, I am going to be patching it up to a good amount, just kind of give my personality, more or less, because you know me. If I've got some Velcro, I'm going to put some patches on there, and I'm going to make it my own personal thing. I'm going to basically put the personality behind that SOB. But that is the helmet. And now we talk about the event itself. I understand I've been taking a lot of your advice, and I've been definitely doing it. Oh wait, before I continue with that, I forgot about the backpack. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a backpack. Also, I will be taking this lovely thing here as well, because I get an excuse to use this outside of farm work and stuff, or, just being outside in general in the cold weather in January, or really anytime winter in the south. So yeah, this lovely little thing is a lovely little DCU combat hat that actually has some nice little things to keep my ears warm, so yeah, that's going with. But this right here is the real belle of the ball. This is my DCU combat backpack I got from my dad. Well, stepdad technically, but still my dad, who was in the service around that time when they still had DCUs and stuff. This right here is going to be basically the backpack. I'm going to be carrying extra magazines and all the ammo and stuff, all the BBs, CO2. Basically, whatever needs to be carried will be carried in here and will be on my back. Unless, of course, I got to quickly take it off, which that's no problem because this thing has quick release things, which I can literally just pull with the strap here and it'll just go like that. And it will definitely do its thing, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I ain't gonna worry about it, of course. You know, oh, what do you gotta do if you gotta quickly take it off? Well, I got a thing that literally allows me to take it off. More or less what I'm trying to say is, if I gotta get this backpack off in a hurry, these quick release straps are going to get it off in a hurry. Aside from that, though, I also have these straps here, these clips here to basically, you know, be able to do that. And, I've just got a lot on here that I can do whatever the hell I need to with whatever I gotta do. So, yeah, gonna finally rock a backpack since I got my Eagle, actually, since I became an Eagle Scout. Anyway, moving on to the actual event itself. Needless to say, this event is going to be a big one for me, and it's going to be a big one for the channel, considering that this is going to be the first time a lot of stuff's going on and a lot of stuff's going to be happening, especially just making sure my cameras are up and running and making sure I'm able to capture every moment of it, which means that battery pack-wise, I want to make sure I have something recording to be able to capture the entirety of Operation Blackburn 2. Will I be releasing a supercut of this sucker, where basically all the footage is together and it's basically one long thing of uninterrupted combat? That's if you want to see it. Do you want to see that? Do you want to see that kind of long-form content? Legitimately, I'm kind of curious. Do you want to see that kind of long-form content? I legitimately am curious. Let me know in the comment section down below if you do. If not, then I'll make sure it's just cut up into parts. But if you do, you know, just let me know in the comment section down below, and I will accommodate as can be. I am sorry for the lighting, depending on how the lighting looks in this. The light bulb that is here is not exactly great, I guess you could say. But it is what it is. I'm doing what I can. Again, I'm still learning how to basically do a larger studio now with multiple sections for like multiple styles of videos I'm going to be doing. Again, still experimenting, more or less, now for 2025. But consider this the last video until the official video for 2025 when we actually kind of are back. So yeah, depending on how things go, you might only get Operation Blackburn combat footage or gameplay and just Fallout gameplay going forward from the channel, as well as lost media that I will be uploading to the channel. So yeah. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftALs, and I shall see all you lovely, lovely people in the near future, and of course, Operation Blackburn 2, which is at Sector 9. For more information, go to the pinned comment down below to Sector 9's Facebook page and Discord, and talk with the guys and see if you can make it. It's January 11th, and it is going to be a blast. There's going to be raffles, there's going to be a lot of stuff. Here's hoping I win something. If nothing else, I'll probably just get some free stuff. Anyway, though, thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftALs, and this is the official support loadout I'll be rocking for Operation Blackburn 2. Till next time, later.